Starting. All right. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Session 0 of a new campaign from all of us. This is going to be a currently unnamed space western. Once we have a ship name, we'll know what the name of the game is. Also, we're on. Right now, we are doing Session 0, where most people have gotten a fair bit of character build done. But we need to actually do the design of our wonderful spaceship, along with figuring out how everyone in this game knows each other. Which is mostly the story of how you joined the crew.
Okay. Sound like some decent things to figure out.
Yep. I believe we know how the ship got found, which is the captain found it as as like a wreck on a planet and brought it and towed it to get it fixed up. / stole it to get it fixed up.
You know, we don't really have to argue about the semantics. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Yep. But we have a size 8 ship because this is a ship that can in fact be crewed by 5 people, even though it's a little rough to do so. And yeah, if everyone can jump into the simple spaceship calculator or wants to talk about opinions about what you would like to have in your ship.
Apologies, because I was kind of late. Where are the links for these?
In the documents, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's
Also,
The
Ash,
ship is the second link. Yes, sorry.
I very much care how this ship was acquired because that is pretty much the foundation of my backstory.
Sorry,
Yes.
I got interrupted. Which channel?
Documents channel. It's the second channel, and then it's the second link in the documents channel.
The ship to be named. And I am happy to explain a bunch of how the spaceship book works to you guys because I suspect that only one of you read any of it. And only because I told him to.
Was that Izzy?
That was Izzy.
Yay, somebody knows what they're doing.
If Izzy is going to be the spaceship and the spaceship's AI.
It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense.
Yep. I gave you a suggestion of things you probably ought to have to start out, which is that right now your entire front is empty except for being armored with the cheapest armor possible. You have a control room in the front as the bridge. You also have a bunk room so that the people who need to sleep are able to sleep. A hangar bay for vehicles and the captain's horse. Point defense lasers, armor in the middle. Magical spirit bound to provide power for you, which is the best power plant you can get right now. And reasonably efficient. Your engine room. Your warp drive. A good engine for actually moving around. Your fuel tanks, and armor in the rear. Also artificial gravity and winged so you can fly in atmosphere.
Yay!
This leaves you with a little less than $20 million left to spend on other things.
Okay. What does our ship need?
Well, so one of the early questions is, do you want to upgrade your armor? And do you want any real weapons? Because right now you basically just have point defense lasers.
Are we armored or are we maneuverable?
I'm always a proponent of armor.
Yeah, I think we want as many defenses as we can get.
Unfortunately, you definitely don't have the money for that right now.
Yes, but we definitely can get more defenses.
So is our strategy then going to just be defended, run away for most things that we're encountering right now?
That's about right.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably do want at least a gun.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Some point defenses would be good.
Oh, you have point defenses.
So do we want to figure out like a gun and then spend the rest on defense?
There's also fun things you can buy, like
nonsense,
mining stations, different sort of research labs. you can't afford to buy an automated factory yet. Actually, you can buy a small automated factory.
That's horrifying.
Oh wait, no, not yet.
Okay.
More engines to go even faster.
Just be so speedy.
Yeah, like there's a lot of weird stuff you can buy, but I suppose one we could start with is, do you want a main gun? Or would you prefer several smaller guns, but you can shoot more things from them?
Are we going again? Like, do we want that like armored feel or that like fast feel?
Going
I
on
would-
vibes. Oh, go for it, Ziggy.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, if we're going full armored, then I'm always a proponent of having a big gun, but having some smaller things for smaller ships is always a good idea.
Yeah, like I think it just becomes down to like how we feel we're going to engage. Like, are we going to try to take things down, or are we going to try to run? Because if it's run, I feel like small guns are good, and if we're going to try to engage and like fight it out, I think a big gun's good. You know?
Well, I guess. I guess are we going to be smugglers or are we going to be pirates?
Mm-hmm. This is a good question.
The two genders.
That is. Those are the two genders: smuggler
The
and
two
pirate.
genders. Yeah.
I guess one thing for that is, what is the universe kind of like?
So that's a good one for setting, is I was waiting for some people to give me more. Going on setting. You guys are out on the Galactic Rim. What the universe is like is there's basically two forms of FTL. There is I need to go really far, which function sort of mass relay style, which is to say you fly up to a station at certain times. It says, all right, all ships within X are going over there. And like there's just sort of a rotation around different parts of the galaxy once a station's been built. Besides that, you have your regular hyperdrive, which just makes you go FTL, or rather warp drive, which is just, you use magic to multiply your velocity. And this lets you break the speed of light because it's fucking magic. It doesn't have to explain shit.
True.
But because of this, out in the area you're at, like, there's a big station. It's fairly far away. And so you're sort of in a say lawless, but less full of laws and oversight area where, like, people are colonizing new planets, they're mining things. There's a lot of precursor stuff that's been found out here recently. A fact that got established from people's backstories is robots are not considered people, they are considered tools. And this is where a large amount of nice things for people, especially in the Galactic Core, come in. But yeah, you're sort of off in a region of space where people kind of have to take care of themselves, or like little communities take care of themselves. There's pirates, there's highwaymen on planets, there's a lot of smuggling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, an area there's lots of mining to find precursor tech or exploring planets to figure it out.
So, I guess then for our party as a whole, do we see us doing things like bounty hunting and catching criminals? Do we see ourselves attacking like mining operations and stealing from those? Do we see ourselves smuggling goods?
I believe from what everyone said, you're not going to be attacking mining operations, probably.
Yeah, so like potentially if we do more like bounty hunting and potentially smuggling. So
Yeah, that
probably like we're not
seems
full on
more
pirates
like-
ourselves.
Yeah, that seems more the vibe.
All right, then in that case, maybe
Beans
we
smuggler.
have. Well, then I wonder then, rather than having a big gun, we go for maybe a series of small defenses and maybe something like an EMP or something like that.
Okay.
So EMP would be in like how large is it based off gun size? How guns work are basically so you're not a big enough ship to have a spinal battery, which is the biggest gun.
Sure, but if we're going to be bounty hunting, then probably we'd want an EMP big enough to take on a ship around our size.
Yep. So the choice was there's major battery, which is it is one gun that is going.
Mm-hmm.
Medium battery is up to three smaller weapons, and you can mix and match a bit. Secondary battery is up to 10 weapons. And tertiary battery, which is what you have right now, is lots of little weapons. This is your point defense lasers. So the question is a combo of how big do you want your guns to be and what types, where you sort of have the choice between lasers, ballistics, missile launchers, and let me go double check what else you have at this tech level. For beam weapons. Particle beams, which is your EMP.
I'd probably say. I mean, can we have both? Can we have both a primary and a tertiary battery?
You could have as many as you want to, but the thing is, weapon systems require power. You have 5 power points for things. If you look at this, you can see hull exclamation point. The exclamation point means it consumes power when you use it.
Right. I mean, then in that case, I would vote we keep the tertiary lasers for defense, and if we need to, we can switch to a primary battery of EMPs for offense.
And to be clear, those EMPs are directed outwards only, right?
Yes, yes, we are not. Yes, we are not shutting ourselves down every time we fire.
I was more worried about me and Izzy being taken offline immediately.
Yeah, those are offensive weapons.
Yes, no. Yeah, this is.
Imagine a defensive EMP.
Yeah, no, we are. This is not the Matrix. We are not the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yep. So you're gonna have an offensive particle beam, which is gonna shut down enemy systems when it hits, but do less damage.
Mm-hmm.
And your defensive point defense lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. So the other question is, where do you want this particle beam to be? I realized actually I put it in the front, but it's not necessarily needs to be there. And
I'm cool with front.
The front makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other question is it a turret or is it a hard mount? If it's a hard mount, you gain accuracy, but you actually have to be facing people.
Right.
I mean, I kind of like hard mount if we choose to be maneuverable.
Yeah, no, I think that works.
That makes sense.
Yep.
If nothing but in the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was thinking turret for maneuverability, so we can shoot from any direction if it's dorsal mounted.
Yeah, but if the ship's fast enough, we can do that.
Yep. All right. Well, that is your offense situated then. Also, your point defense lasers are all turrets because it makes no sense for them to not be.
Yeah.
So now the world is sort of your oyster. If you want to look through things in spaceships, for defenses, you can upgrade your armor. You can get defensive ECM, which improves your dodge chance.
I mean, probably that.
You can get force fields.
Always fun.
You can get a cloaking. Can you get a cloaking device? Do you have the money? You do not currently have the money for a cloaking device.
Sad.
That does sound expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
I mean, if we're going for maneuverability, then probably the dodge one and maybe the force field.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Dodge sounds good.
Where do you want to install your ECM? So the other question is, where's your cargo hold going to be? That remains a cargo hold. So how this works is, depending on what gets hit, that system might be disabled in combat and you have to repair it.
I mean, something central?
All right. Defensive
Right, like
ECM in the center. That used up another 10 million.
Okay.
Ship expensive.
Ship expensive.
Yeah.
Another one that might be relevant is, are you going to buy extra sensors?
Well, what benefits did the extra sensors give us as opposed to the regular ones?
So by default, you just have one set of sensors. Extra sensors let you take more sensors tasks per turn of combat, which lets you do things like identify which part of their ship has dudes in it, and or like help the gunner aim or help the pilot pilot.
That sounds useful if we don't have any like stronger ideas of what we want to do.
Or I could see, actually, I suppose the other question is upgrading armor. If you adjust armor, you can see all the other armor types. You are limited to TL10 for how expensive things might get.
What is an upper stage in this context?
That's for, rockets. Like, you have your rocket pod and then some.
Like detachable. I see.
Yeah, like detachable.
I see what you mean. Gotcha.
If you check,
you just get open space.
Yes. Notably, that costs some money because it is like we have a giant open space. It's like a training field or something. And no, I'm expecting you guys are going to have a bunch of extra cargo holds at the start because upgrading your ship is part of the fun.
Right.
This is correct.
We just have armor, one layer of armor steel on everything right now.
Yep.
I am definitely a proponent of protecting the ship. We do not want the ship to break. I do not want to break.
Yeah,
That's
the ship's
fair.
pretty important.
Sure.
The ship overall is pretty important.
Give Izzy armor.
Yep.
Allow Izzy to have any armor.
Yeah. Well, either that or more force fields. Either one or the other. I don't think we need both.
Yep.
So we definitely need both eventually, but someone else needs to run one of those things.
Yep. The big thing is force fields. You guys are not affording things that work like Star Trek shields that you can shoot out, like shoot through them. The ones you can get right now are definitely two-way. Means someone can make a check to raise or lower the shields when enemy fire comes in. Okay. This is a very question. Is there a particular part of your ship you want to armor up more than the rest?
Where does the AI live in the ship?
Yeah, probably the AIs.
In the control room.
Probably that. That also has a bunch of shit that we have currently.
Yep. So
that's not a bad plan.
So how much of your money left over do we want to spend on that? We could spend all of it on armoring the front of the ship.
How much money do we have left?
You currently have 3.5 million left.
Okay.
Like, going from steel armor to alloy armor is 300k. Going up to laminate armor bumps it up to 1 million.
Ooh,
Advanced laminate's 2 million.
That's a lot.
Yep.
And so that's the question is, do you want to focus your armor on the front? Do you want to spread your armor out?
I'd say spread out.
Yeah. I'd say, do we want to upgrade maybe to a light alloy and leave it, just spread that around?
Okay.
Light alloy on everything.
Yeah.
Now at 2.5 million left.
Okay.
Like, if we want to try to make some of the things like the reactor, the engine, the CPU core, whatever that Izzy's character is in, more heavily armored, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because those systems, if struck, would like shut things down.
Well, I don't think we have enough space for that at the moment.
That's fair.
You can upgrade the armor on those components right now. So, like, if you upgrade your front and central armor from light alloy,
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. You could also add another
so-
layer of armor in this cargo hold that's cheap, which would get you more DR than upgrading would.
Yeah. So do we want to just have more light alloy in the front?
I am not opposed.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second layer of light alloy to the front. And now you got 2 million more to spend on stuff.
I mean, are there any like cool things?
This is fair. This is an appropriate amount to just blow on cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
We already have the ECM.
Extra sensor arrays 2 million. Let's see here. Oh, the ability to grapple another another spaceship is 100K if you want that.
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Guys, we have to grapple. We gotta grapple.
Like force board another spaceship.
Wait,
Come on, guys, it'd be funny.
Wait, the robot arm. Yeah, the robot arm is 10 million though.
Yes.
Fuck.
That's
just think about the robot arm. But just remember Outlaw Star.
Yes, I know, but we don't. We literally we have 8 million less than we need.
External clamp is what you use to grapple, Ziggy.
Oh, external clamp. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's only 100,000. Okay.
Let's wrestle them. Let's wrestle them. This can only end well for us.
It can only end well for you.
All right. So that leaves us with 1 million.
So one is
1,900,000.
A sick bay is a special habitat. That's 1 million.
Let's see. How much cargo hold space do we need? Because right now we have 3, and we're gonna leave. We only really can get rid of 2 of them.
You need at least one. Cargo hold can hold 50 tons.
Oh, okay. So that's probably enough for us. Yeah.
You need at least one cargo hold, but you don't necessarily need way more cargo holds.
What is a jump gate?
You do not. That is, you have a portal inside of your ship that connects to another portal network. You don't really need that one, though it would be fun.
Fine.
Mining station or refinery is one that could be useful to you, depending on what you want to do.
Maybe. Let's see. What is a reconfigurable system?
Let me see where that is. Where is that? Reconfigurable.
Oh, it's special.
System? Yeah, it is special. What does that mean?
Oh my god.
For one, it costs 10 million.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yep.
What is a soft landing system?
So that is basically re-entry parachutes, so if you crash land, you don't explode.
Oh, well, that might be handy.
How much you're planning on crash landing?
Okay,
Look,
nobody plans on that.
Look, no one plans to get into a car accident, but they still wear a seatbelt. So, like,
on the same token, would it be better to get that than like a med bay? Or
Yeah,
I feel like we want one of those.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, what is medicine? What medicine are we doing? I'm just going to use healing magic on people.
Well, yeah,
I also have healing magic. That's true.
We don't need a magic.
I'm a pile of nanobots.
Hey, I picked up a version that will work on you and Izzy as well.
Oh my god, hilarious. Okay, now get the air crash back.
All right. So soft landing system. So that's
All right.
500,000. So
Yep.
we have. So we have 1,400,000 left, and we have space for exactly one more thing.
You got 2 more. You still have another cargo. Oh yeah. You have 2 cargo.
No.
holds.
So yeah. Well, assuming we're keeping one of them, then we have
Yep.
one more.
Yep.
See, external clamp factory. What's the difference between force screen and magic force screen? And can we even afford either of those?
Force screen you cannot afford. So magic force screen it's all or nothing. If it turns on, then all the other things cannot, like, your lasers could shoot out, but it basically blocks all projectiles.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have the money for it anyway, so.
Yep.
Let's see. System. What does a solar panel array do for us? Just get us more power?
Just gets you more power.
All right. And space sails seems flashy, but not needed.
Yeah, probably. It lets you go slightly faster, but your engine already is much better than that.
Oh, that's way too expensive. Okay.
What did you put down?
Oh, money.
I wanted to know what stasis web cost, and it's 20 million. So
yes,
So much money.
It's pretty expensive.
So much money.
We spend the rest of the money on the outer ship and giving it a custom paint job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that'll cost us a lot.
What is your goal?
You don't value people's work? You don't want to pay the people who are customizing it? Damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
look really cool.
I mean, we'll be paying them. I don't think it'll be in the millions.
Mm-hmm. All right. So other things you could do for this, if you wanted to add a habitat. Oh, that is a hilarious one. You could add a saloon.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Please.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do
it.
that. So that's
habitat
that counts
which
as
denotes saloon.
This is clearly our cover story for anywhere we end up is we are a traveling saloon.
There we go.
Yes.
It's on. All right. So that's on the front of the ship.
Yep.
That's where it should be.
Yep.
All right. Saloon. There we go.
Yep. Saloon. I'm glad I noticed that.
Thank you, Nick.
All right.
I will say I'll let you upgrade one of your light alloy armor to metal laminate and slightly run over cost because what's 100k here or there?
No, we still have 400,000 left.
Sorry, what's for? Yeah, you have 400,000. Like nothing is 400,000. I'll just let you know nothing is 400,000. You can upgrade one of your light alloy armors to metallic laminate, which is better, and you'll slightly run over, and I will call it fine.
All right. So do we want to maybe upgrade the center armor from light alloy to laminate?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that does put us 100k in the red, but yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
So now what do we call this thing?
Yeah. What do you
Okay,
want to name
cool.
the ship?
I have so many name suggestions.
Oh boy.
I have after intense. I didn't pay attention to anything besides the possibility of names.
Mm-hmm.
So, after much thought, we could be a ship named Destiny because of the bit. Spitfire, Strider, Moonshine for the pun, and or Grazer, just because it sounds cool. Those are the options that I came up with.
I kind of like the pun of Moonshine, especially if we're being a fake saloon. But
fake saloon's pretty cowboy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I do like Moonshine.
I kind of like Moonshine.
Either that or like the space cow.
All right.
The moon. So is it just the Moonshine or Moonshine?
I think Moonshine, just Moonshine.
Just Moonshine.
Just Moonshine.
Yeah.
Just Moonshine. All right, and I'm going to fill in some stats for you guys, mostly Izzy, over in the corner, and I'm going to share a new doc with everyone, because this is the other fun thing for Session 0. is we need to figure out how everyone joined the crew. I believe the answer from Izzy is obvious.
Izzy, we bought at a discount store afterwards and installed it to the ship.
Yep. So I just dropped that in documents. I'm going to give each of you a header that you can eventually swap to your name. No, to your character name. Yes, I'm forcing you to actually know what your character's named at some point.
I know my character's name.
I've had a name for a while.
Yes.
I don't know if everyone does.
I do. I got mine.
The last thing I came up with this character was basic.
Yep. But
name is always last. It's true.
As part of session 0, I'm gonna actually make it so each of you has your own page.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
We are going to come out with like the story of how each of you joined the crew, because I assume several of you have thought about that. Although, I suppose first off, our captain might want to introduce himself.
Hello, it is I, your captain, speaking to you. Captain West. Do you want me to do like a full intro? How we do this?
What people know about you is the big question, I think.
I would say very obviously he is dressed like a cowboy. Very, the big 10-gallon hat, long coat that looks just terrible and weathered from many, many adventures. But as you look more closely at him, you see that he's like very well kept together, like clean shaven, nice button up and dress pants underneath. This completely ratty cowboy outfit. Has a kind of I would say, like, has the air, approaches things as if he's very confident about what's going on, but, like, the more you know him, the more you're just like, what are you saying? The more you spent with him, the more confused you are. And I would say those are the big things about him.
I hang on your every word.
You can't just one-hit KO me like this.
Oh, that'll be very obvious when I get to my character why that is the case.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Captain West or just Captain.
I would ask which one you prefer.
Just Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spell correctly one day.
Someday we will spell things right. Is it today? Maybe not.
It will be the last day I have to spell a single thing, and then I will drop dead.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, and listen, this is a place to write down ways you joined. Like, Izzy, who was probably with the ship when it was found. Because he is the AI of the ship.
Izzy feels like the appropriate next person here.
Izzy?
Get me for now, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It sounds
the
like
AI is updating his system.
Yep. Windows Update has temporarily paused the AI.
Oh, damn it. Knew I should have clicked cancel that.
Yeah, so I suppose who else thinks they would have joined the crew fairly early on?
I probably joined pretty early after the ship, considering that I probably joined while the ship was getting salvaged and repaired, with some parts for the ship, some of the stuff that would have made a few of the magical pieces actually start working again properly, getting things like the power plant back up on working. Don't need to question where I got these. I definitely did not steal them.
I have no idea how magic works, so everything you say I'm going to take at face value.
Yeah, these were all like legitimately acquired for the captain. None of them are stolen goods.
Right on, partner, right on.
But yeah, my character seems to be human, though is going to be wearing a bit of a heavy duster hat, scarf, goggles, and everything, of just being very heavily dressed, and is Affy, who is going to be the ship's kind of mage for getting things like the making sure any rituals that need to be done to ensure things work correctly are done. He's also going to be able to help out with the rest of the party with kind of, he has some offensive stuff, but he has some support things. He's going to create a ton of magic bullets for himself and the captain, and anyone else that uses anything that fires ammo. Going to have a lot of ritual magic can do to help keep things running and get people back up on their feet.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sorry, I'm a smidge distracted. Why'd you say you joined up?
Was looking for a new crew and didn't have a ship, but had things that could kind of help get a ship back up and running.
Okay. What's your name?
Affy.
Okay. I mean, I was definitely the last crew member, so I'll go last. Nick, that seems appropriate. I feel like
that's
I'm last
very
here.
appropriate that you were the final crew member. All right. Z, since our AI is still booting.
Sure.
And also, to describe what you look like.
Yeah. So yeah, my character's name is Bulla. That's Bulla. He is
Can you type that
Let's
in
see.
your? Can you type that in on your page?
Oh, sure. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Thank you, cursor, for not being there.
Yep.
Thank you. All right. All right. I guess I'll just be writing this out. So I am the ship's cook / sort of medic. Let's see. Bulla is really almost as wide as he is tall, and most of that wideness comes from the healthy coating of large cysts and tumors that basically cover his entire body. He is not the prettiest sort, as you might expect. Let's see. For when he would join the ship, he probably came on at some point when the ship was on at port. When he probably proved his skills and the fact that with him as the cook, you wouldn't need to pay anything for food. Mostly by demonstrating that fact by cutting off a piece of himself and offering it to you to eat.
Great. We're starting session 0 with not quite cannibalism, so like we're in a good place long term.
It's not cannibalism, it's just meat.
Exactly.
It's genetically malleable meat.
Yep.
You want chicken? You want pork? You want soy? I'm made of all of that.
Yep.
I mean, so Bulla's obviously an alien, right?
Sure. Let's go.
Or does Bulla look human at all, or does
Nope.
they have? Okay.
No. Bulla does not look. I mean, he's humanoid, and he's got legs and arms, and but he looks sort of like let's see. He sort of looks like a mix of sort of like a mix of like orcish, or rather like kind of porcine features, with again sort of the physique of the boomer from Left 4 Dead, with again just covered in just a healthy layer of sort of sloughed off tumors.
Yep.
Like, if you can, for those of you that have played the Outer Worlds, if you can imagine what a cysty pig would look like if it was a person, it's basically that.
I'm gonna look that up now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've not played that game. A cysty pig outer.
Yeah. CYSTYPIG.
Outer Worlds. Oh, a cysty. Yeah. Oh, yep. That's a cysty pig.
Yes.
Everything on the tin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Are you pink or green?
Green.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have tusks?
Let's say sure. Not as prominent as the ones in the image, but yeah. So just little tiny ones.
Sweet. Okay.
In fact, and I'll say I'll say one of them's a gold tooth. It twinkles when I smile.
So you have like kind of a snap. So you're like an orky pig cyst float man.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, orcish in the Japanese / like Ganon sense, like the sort of orc, like a Dragon Quest orc.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I am not one to judge appearances.
Mm-hmm.
But some like 40k-ish with the fact that you just bud and spout.
Sort of.
and Sean Affy looks human.
Human, but like very covered up.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is he free now?
Is he free?
Damn, those Windows updates really just
They kill
find you in the middle of the night.
at every time.
Put a gun to your head.
Beep. Beep.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I should go then, since he's not here.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nerd. So that stands for Nanomolecular Engineering and Reconstruction Device. Or nerd.
Neat.
Must be protected at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm called a gray goo. Some people said that with horror in their voice. I think it was horror. Maybe it was happiness. I don't really know emotions really well. I'm not very old. So in terms of why I'm here, you probably acquired me accidentally, is my best guess for my identity here, because I belong to someone, and they raised me, and then one day I started to think about things, and I probably slipped in something, while I was figuring myself out, and I ended up with you somehow. I don't think they meant me to think.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we really made some characters, didn't we?
Yep.
So are there 3 organic people on this ship or 2?
3.
Yes, there are
Okay.
3.
Got
It's
it.
okay. I can eat what you have. I can eat anything.
Beautiful.
Right
we'll
on,
get
partner.
along.
Right on.
We'll get right on.
No, I
then
literally can eat anything.
Then we'll get along fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so breaking character a bit. My thought is that you acquired me on probably some smuggling job, not really knowing what the cargo was, and I probably popped out and was like, "Hi."
Yep.
Cool.
And
So
then
long
you are
as you
now
want to
part of the
stay
member of the
here.
party.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are cool, and like you're the first people that talk to me in not a code name.
Cool. Cool.
I'm exceptionally childlike and full of wonder and believe everything you say. And like literally just your every words are my gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I knew
I'm-
people were making characters. I knew this in my head. In my soul, I wasn't ready.
I'm also, again, I am a blob of nanobots. So I kind of am defaulting to ship engineer because I can just go in it and fix it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yep.
Excellent.
Love it.
Yep. You guys have made a crew all right. This is why I was like, I don't want them to say what they're doing to each other yet. But it is just very fun.
Yeah. I don't know what job you guys got me from, but I suspect I was the last member and just kind of joined out of convenience. And you probably know very little about me other than that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I love that for us.
Very good.
Yep.
Can't wait to be in the middle of something and then just have people be like, "Where's the gray goo?
Where'd it go?
Where's the gray goo? You have the gray goo."
But yeah, no, in terms of I guess things I can do, again I'm a gray goo and I'm pretty tough. I'm hard to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I can adapt myself to what I want. I basically am constantly shifting forms.
I love that for you.
I like
Excellent.
the cut of your jib.
Mm-hmm.
I turn into a big smiley face.
Excellent.
Baby!
Very good.
Yep. I wanted to get back, but also I'm finishing up your ship's gun stats and such. Based
I'm
off
scared.
What's going on? Space combat is going to be taking place.
Welcome back, Riley.
Update complete.
Izzy,
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Izzy, you're glitching.
Good. Update complete. Acknowledged. Welcome. Welcome, Captain Just West. Crewman Alo. Chief Head Chef Boa. And Chief Engineer Nerd. I will be acting as your centralized artificial intelligence network for the ship known as Moonshine. Previous designation was Kane. To update preferences, please select Update Preferences.
Representative.
I'm
Wait,
sorry,
no, I got it.
I cannot understand what you have said. Would you like to update preferences?
Update preferences.
I'm sorry. There are no preferences to be updated. Would you like to save the previous update?
Sure, partner, sure.
Previous update saved. Update complete. Acknowledge. Hello, Captain Just West.
Oh
Crewman
no.
Happy. Head Chef Bulla, Chief Engineer Nerd. I will be acting as your centralized artificial intelligence network for the ship known as Moonshine.
Where's the voice coming from?
Please insert new skill cartridge.
Oh, wait, no, I think, wait, no, we got this from the dealership. Hold up.
I insert myself into the disk drive.
Oh god.
Error.
Oh, no.
Please be careful.
No.
Please.
Yes. Don't go in there.
Partner can't.
Minty.
Kind of dusty in here.
So yeah,
Never mind. I ate the dust.
So yeah, as you meet up with the or as the AI is introducing himself, one of the monitors on the screen will appear up, and you will see a like green triangle with a smiley face in it, and with 2 arms and legs. You know, very cartoonic, pop up on screen and smile and wave at everybody, but its eyes are just kind of drifting around, not actually looking at any of you. Until once somebody talks.
I have dragged Izzy's character out so you can see him.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh my god, no. No.
Was that or Clippy, Ash? Take your pick.
The
Wait,
Clippy.
Where is it?
Sorry, where is this?
It's if you
Roll
go on
20.
roll 20.
Oh yeah, I gotta go to the roll 20
Oh.
block.
So yeah, when asking for inserting cartridges, just a draw of blank cartridges will open up, and I believe I have like 2 in there presently, Nick, because the rest need to be requisitioned through Ash.
Yes.
But you'll see effectively a bunch of, I forget, are they N64 sized or Game Boy sized cartridges?
This is
The
vital
big ones
importance.
N64 sized, little ones are Game Boy sized.
Okay.
Oh,
two
damn.
Yeah, I have 2 sized cartridges which you can plug in, and on the front of it it says, medical officer, engineering, pilot, different sets of skills that you can plug into the terminal nearby to give your AI a much needed skill boost. Also, slight changes to his personality if you go through them very quickly.
I'm
Oh,
missing
God.
the reference. What's the little green thing supposed to be?
That's me on a computer terminal.
Okay, but like, is it a reference to something?
No, it's just a cute polygon character.
Okay.
It just fills me with instinctual terror.
Mhm.
Me, the player, not me, the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Important distinctions.
But yeah, if you guys want to update my name, you feel free to do so. I have said my previous designation was Kane, but very much my character is very malleable to whatever the ship's needs, because I am well aware that you have just spent plenty of time upgrading the different parts of the ships, and it's only a matter of time until I'm next.
Any day now.
Any day now.
Any day.
Please, Captain, I am useful.
Alright, partner. You can go by Kane if you still want to go by Kane, buddy.
Acknowledged. Thank you, Captain West. I will go by the designation Kane. Thank you. Have a nice day.
That's a friendly name.
Acknowledged. Thank you, Chief Engineer Nerd.
Okay.
Also, if you guys ever go, there will come a point probably early on when the ship is finally fixed up and Captain, you go off ship, the ship will just start hovering and then following you, and you'll probably have to say no, you have to stay here, you can't come. To which I now have to ask the question, Ash, does your horse/motorcycle have an artificial intelligence in it?
I don't think. Nick?
Okay
Nick
then.
does it?
If the answer is
By default, how much did you spend on that? Yes, the answer is yes, actually. It probably has a very basic AI that is there to keep the driver safe.
Oh, okay. When you decide to tell the ship to stay there, then the motorcycle will start following you out. Request, Captain, please, do not leave me alone. Vroom, vroom.
No. Buttercup is a horse. Why are you making
motorcycle
Why
ride!
are you making noises?
I jump on the
Oh.
motorcycle.
Nay.
Alright, you can come with.
Nick, does this motorcycle horse come with a radio?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm playing all the country songs.
Yeah.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Just gonna be playing the New Vegas soundtrack the entire time.
Yeah. And FYI, Ash, when you get back to the ship and say, "Okay, Kane, open up the doors," the motorcycle will reply, "Error, Captain. I am no longer on the ship. I cannot open the doors."
Oh boy.
Partner, you got any way of any alternative options for me here?
Processing request. Acknowledged. The motorcycle horse will go over to the side of the ship, raise a leg. A few minutes later, the door will open. "Welcome back, Captain West. Crewman Athy, Chief Engineer Nerd, and Head Chef Bulla." And that's then coming from inside the ship, and the horse is still just standing there with its leg raised in the air.
Is there literally just a horse?
Dance horse. I have a horse.
Oh, is
It's
it
a
a real
robot.
horse or a metal?
It's
a
a real
robot.
horse.
Oh wait, it's a real horse? I thought it was a robot horse. Nick, did you give me wrong?
I will say the captain will insist it is a real horse.
Sorry, we're doing half in, half out character information. It's a horse to me.
The captain will insist it is a real horse. It is definitely a robot horse.
I believe it's a real horse.
Yeah,
Excellent, thank you.
I'll trust the captain on this.
That's what horses
Excellent.
look like now. I've never seen a horse before, and that's one.
Yeah.
Who am I to disagree with the captain?
Yeah, it's been a very long time. Like, I don't think I've seen a horse outside of this.
I turn into a horse.
So, yeah, this is what a horse looks like.
There's now a second metallic horse standing next to the first horse. And that's
Excellent.
me.
It's silver and shiny.
As horses are.
Captain, warning, scanners picking up 2 buttercups. We do not have proper fuel for 2 buttercups. Recommendation, sell the extra buttercup. Processing.
Jane, how many times do I gotta tell you this lesson? You don't mess with a man's horse. Also, the other one is nerd. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm a horse.
This could be lucrative if horse designation buttercup can replicate itself.
I'm going to slough off a piece of myself, and it turns into a sugar cube.
God.
Yay!
I mean, I can also just charge batteries, so.
I'm gonna go over and eat it, and by eat it I mean my face just melts into it and just like absorbs it, and then reconfigures
Beautiful.
into a horse face.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful Charlie the Unicorn short we've achieved here.
Yep. It's gonna be fun, guys.
So what are other goals for tonight?
Well, that's the main goal. There also was a shopping trip I believe Izzy wanted to take.
Okay. I'm broke.
I'm pretty sure I've spent what my starting money is, and I also do not have a source of income.
I don't need like any money. I don't know what is money. Can you eat it?
You can,
I mean-
but you shouldn't.
Oh, buddy. Oh, partner. Oh,
Technically,
buckaroo.
But for most people, no. And for most people, you also want to instead spend it for money. Spend the money for food. You trade it in order to gain food.
Oh, what does it look like?
I take out my wallet. This is a learning experience.
I reach out an appendage and it turns into a silvery looking wallet. What's still attached to me?
No.
The things inside the wallet
are
that we
these-
then take out.
Are these monies? I make more wallets appear on my body.
On Bucker, that's a wallet. I take out the currency.
Oh, okay. Wallet turns into a example of the currency. All silver, still attached to my body.
That's the spirit, Buckaroo. That's the spirit.
What do I do with money?
You trade them for goods and services.
Oh, well, it's attached to me, so I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
No, but we can get you money, and then you can just be you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I don't know what I need money for. Sometimes I get hungry. Is that how you describe it? I don't know if I hear you guys say hungry. I don't know what that means. I just know sometimes I have to consume things. To keep
Hungry is a
replicating
good word
myself.
to describe the hankering. So,
Yeah, I can just consume anything. Here, watch, and I start eating part of like the wall.
no, nerd. Bucker, we talked about this.
Oh yeah, right. I repair the wall.
Right on, partner, right on.
Mm-hmm.
Kane, did you express a want or a desire for a shopping spree?
I could always use some more chef's tools.
Alright, let's ride.
Mm-hmm.
So
All
do
right.
we all get on the horse?
I can take one other person on my horse.
You probably don't want me on the horse.
I mean, I actually think the horse can probably carry everyone but Ziggy.
Probably.
Oh no, that's bad. Well,
Wait.
do we need to get a horse for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hold on. I turned into a little.
Do you have a wagon?
I just turned into a little buggy.
Oh, that works.
Yay.
I mean, I can also like.
I'm a buggy now.
Yeah. I was debating like spending a few minutes gathering the energy and then just making Ziggy waitlist so he can just be carried along with us.
Or he can ride in his super sweet new go-kart friend.
Yeah.
This is good. I'd happy up and on him.
I think I'm strong enough to carry him, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
I morph into enhanced move 1 with wheels.
Yay.
Amazing.
I have morph.
Yep. Suppose the question is, do we have Izzy for the shopping spree that was requested?
I don't know.
Whose money are we spending on this shopping spree?
I imagine mine.
So what are we buying?
I believe the actual answer is Izzy needs a justification given for his starting gear.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah, we might have to do that over the course of the week. But if anybody specifically wants Kane to have a chip for a set of skills, they can buy those chips now. So if you want to talk about that, who wants an assistant?
Yeah.
Shane, what chips do you want? That is going to be my answer.
Does anyone have a funny set of skills to request the AI learn?
I mean, I don't have money, and this is really the Captain's call.
Can you get a chip to play with me?
I don't think he needs a chip for that.
I mean, a chip might give him good games for it.
I like games.
I okay. This one? Yeah, let's go with this one. And I imagine this is how 90% of the stuff goes. Someone expresses an opinion. Captain is immediately like, okay, let's do that.
Yep. This is going to be a great crew. I think I have assigned everyone's character sheets to them now because you have all actually made it onto Roll20.
Oh, nice.
No, I have not gotten Izzy yet. But I know for a fact that Izzy is going to need multiple sheets for various bodies he's possessing.
Oh, you don't?
Here's me.
Oh my god. People actually grabbed character images, damn.
I will figure out one for next session.
I actually found this from a Flash mobile game called Tasty Planet where you play a Grey Goo and absorb everything.
That's pretty good.
I'll need to fill out things into this character sheet later.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now.
Listen, I could have found a character image for me. I instead found one for Buttercup and then spent far too long working on a canvas for what will be hanging above the saloon door.
Yes, which is also the reason why I'm going to make a character sheet for Buttercup that, due to what I will call reasons and likelihood, I'm going to give both Ash and Izzy control over.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh damn, this is this is a thing. Oh. Wow. GURPS has so much shit.
Yep.
Look, honestly, for the character sheet, just make sure your HP is correct. Oh, I don't really care about the rest.
Yeah, because that's a lot of stuff.
It's a character sheet. I mean, it's a full character sheet that you could do, but we're not gonna need that.
How do I adjust?
I don't think I can edit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't change any. No, I can add mods, but I can't change the. Oh wait, maybe this.
I need to edit the point.
Or add mod or points. I think
I have to do it as buying it on the other thing. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not doing this right now.
Yeah, all I want is your HP value. That is the only thing that matters. Maybe F for those of you who use it.
Okay, I just added to my HP. That was it.
Yep.
No.
But see, which of my many FP pools will I be using for things, Nick?
That is the question, is it not?
I have 4 things that on a regular basis I will be pulling mana from, 3 of which are on my character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Buttercup is so beautiful and majestic.
Yep.
I also appreciate having a photorealistic horse next to 2 little blobs.
2 little guys.
Yeah.
Just 2 little guys.
Just 2 little guys.
Oh wait, and I will edit in what Buttercup's actual HP is because I can look that up. Luckily for Buttercup is signature gear, which means that if she's too injured, well, she'll just be back next story arc having been repaired.
Yes, because I, the player, will not be able to survive if you kill my horsey.
Yeah.
I will come hunt you down in the middle of the night, Nick, and seek my vengeance.
Unlike the rest of us, Buttercup is immortal.
Yes.
Indeed.
And that's why I love her.
Yep. And there we go. Buttercup now has her appropriate HP value.
Yay! Buttercup has more HP than I do.
So let's see. So to be clear, we are smugglers in our ship, the Moonshine. We have a nice Western motif and a fun EMP cannon on our ship.
Oh my god, Roll20 has gotten
good times.
Worse.
We're ready, baby. We're ready.
Did I miss anything pertinent there?
The strong Western theme is entirely being carried upon my back. If other people dish it, that's their decision.
Hey, I am wearing a duster and a cowboy hat and a bandana.
I can be whatever I want.
Excellent. Cool.
I'm trying to make Buttercup's health bar visible to everyone, but Roll20 has become terrible. Holy shit, this is bad.
Nobody can know.
Fine, nobody
Look,
can know.
Never let
Only
them know
you.
what you're gonna do next.
Never mind. No one gets to see anyone's HP bar because what is even going on Roll20?
I can see a red bar above Izzy's character.
Great, you will only know proportions of HP, not exact values. Thus,
That's fair.
the fog of war
Yeah.
is maintained.
Realism.
Yep.
Neat.
Yep. Now, I think we have, in fact, accomplished the things I wanted to accomplish for Session 0. I do have a plan for all of you guys on Session 1.
Okay.
I'm scared.
I guess I would ask, how long have we been together as this group of 5?
Oh yeah, that's important. I want to say under a year.
I also think it's important to know, like, how long you've had the ship compared to how long we've been a crew.
My gut instinct is to say, like, I found the ship like 8 months ago. And then maybe we've all been together for like 3-4 months.
Sounds
Do
reasonable.
people seem okay with that?
I feel like I've been around about a month, specifically, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I feel like I'm the newest crew member and I am still learning all the things.
Makes sense.
Yep. Make complete sense to me. And also, now that I know what you guys do, I'm just going to give you a pre-warning. Session 1's going to be the start of a bounty hunt.
Oh boy.
Are we gonna start in media res?
We are going to start in media res. As you arrive
Yes!
at a town your bounty is at.
That is the only way to do a space game.
Yep. And I'm going to have to go find a good
futuristic
Old West map.
So here's a question. Have we done a bounty hunt together before? Like, do we want to, like, have we seen each other in action before? Because I feel like, do we want to, like, just be surprised Session 1? This is an interesting question of player knowledge versus, like, what we want out of the game, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think for the sake of player knowledge fun, this is going to be the first time you're doing a ground bounty hunt. You've, like, knocked off some pirates before.
So we've mostly done, like, ship stuff?
Yep. Because,
okay.
I don't know if you guys have looked at your weapon damage stats compared to your own defenses.
No,
in the ship tab.
I don't know what the numbers mean.
So your ship has DR 10/7/5, depending on what face, is being exposed to damage. Your main gun does 3d times 5 damage.
Neat.
Okay.
So we move fast and we leave quickly.
Yes.
The goals.
You have gone full glass cannon specs for your spaceship.
Look,
Oh,
we'll upgrade it, okay? We'll upgrade it as we go.
As we make millions of dollars.
All right. So we have no.
That's why we need to take in the bounties.
So I guess then we would ask, what on the ship do we do roll wise, like in like dogfight stuff? Because that I feel we would at least know.
Yeah.
If we've done like a few like hunt down pirates type missions.
Yep.
I mean, who's the pilot? I guess that's the big question. Is that you, Captain?
I think it's the AI, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think right
I
now
would go
it's
with
mostly the AI.
Okay. So what's everyone else doing on the ship?
Cook/medic.
I have a little spacer and a bit of gunner, and also the thing of like, I can do a lot of work with ritual magic.
Yeah, just because Izzy can't split his attention that many ways yet, right?
Not yet, no.
So he probably is the dedicated. Like when we're flying, he's flying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably keeping the ship together.
Let's see.
But
I can help with that because I can magically repair stuff, but yeah, that probably is mostly you.
yeah, I mean,
I do have points in spacer, so I can be a crewman. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
So you're probably doing like the default engineering tasks of reassign power to things.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll be pushing buttons.
am I just what am I doing though if there's nothing to repair, Nick?
So the big one is the big roles that you guys need filled basically all the time are someone needs to be piloting, and they
AI.
probably shouldn't be distracting themselves from that.
So Kane's flying.
Yep. Someone needs to be on your main gun. Someone needs to be on point defense. You can have one person do both of these, but they will be distracted.
So who's defense? Who's gun?
I have gunner. I think both of these require a gunner, so kind of a question on whether or not you want me on the better person on shooting or the better person on defense, point defense.
What are you good at, Ash?
Shooting people with pistols. I am not good at gunner. I have gunner, but I'm not well versed in it.
You're
I am giving
captain tasks to inspire the crew.
Yeah, I have captain tasks, and that's what I'm good at. In theory.
Okay.
There's a lot of things you can do on the ship to help out different people. Like someone can be on sensors if you have electronics operation to try and help out either the gunner or the pilot.
So maybe we can write these roles down just to like have them as a record.
I have.
Are they in space combat sheet?
Yeah, it's in the space combat doc. Combat doc.
Okay.
Yeah. I expect the first day space combat is going to involve a lot of fuck.
Yes.
Oh, Nick, can you put the space combat sheet in documents so that all documents are just in the same place?
That is a much better spot for that.
Just because I think we should know, like, by default what we're going to do.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the basic roles are command, which only one of you can do. Engineering, which adjusting power just needs someone to do it. It's when you're trying to do stuff like give more power to a particular system that you need engineering roles.
I mean, what role is that specifically, Nick?
So increase power's electrician. Draw more power from the reactor is actually thaumaturgy because you have a magic reactor.
Which I can do.
And overclock the engines is... Let me go find what overclock the engines is. I just need to look up what your engine does. I needed to wait for you guys to make choices before I could write down what the skill is.
That's fair.
Mechanic fusion engine.
Okay, so I just have mechanic spaceship, Nick. Does that qualify for anything?
You roll at -2 for this one then.
Okay, because that's the only skill I have that you read off.
Yeah, actually, I think we'll just have that be mechanic spaceship. I'm just going to make that be a little bit broader because it'll help. Navigation is electronics operation and navigation to help the pilot. Which, like, Izzy should not do him. He will give himself more of a penalty if he tries to do both of those, but eventually he'll be able to help. Sensor phase is like detect cloaking, analyze enemy ship, figure out where their dudes are. And I'm writing up the other ones, so still, unfortunately.
Okay.
There's a lot of things you can do in a spaceship.
I mean, what do we have to do in like a fight at all times?
At all times, you basically need someone on piloting and someone on guns.
Okay. So who's dedicated guns then?
I mean, if one person will take one gun, I can take the other. I'm not good at it, but I can at least, be
in most cases, you can probably take the point defense gun, Ziggy, because they have massive rate of fire to boost your skill up, even if you don't have a good skill on it.
Sure.
So I'll take the big gun.
What's the skill for the guns, by the way?
Gunner, beam weapon.
Yeah, gunner.
Yeah, I don't have anything close to that.
Yep. Again, point defense, I'm being nice and saying that lasers can shoot missiles pretty easy. So
Sure.
it most matters that you have someone on the point defense.
Okay, yeah, because most of my skills are about repair.
Yep. So the
Right.
answer
I mean,
is, Wex,
that'll come in handy at
until
some point,
things go
surely.
bad, you don't have many things that you're doing. But as soon as things go bad,
Yeah. I mean, I can probably redistribute energy, right?
oh yeah, you can easily redistribute energy. Right now, you don't really need it. You sort of have enough power that unless you're trying to pump the engines, you just sort of let everything run. Until, something takes damage. But yeah, I think the big one, as said Wex, is your job is not useful at all until suddenly you are the most important person on the ship.
Yay. I still want to try to do something while things aren't damaged like crazy.
If you can invest any skill points into electronics operations sensor or navigation space, you can help out with sensors.
I'll train to do that in my downtimes.
Sounds good. You will probably have at least a few skill points or character points before space combat actually happens anyway.
My real points are being saved for something else.
Yep. So a note for everybody on XPs, which is mostly relevant for people who are not Ash, because Ash has no idea how XP in the system works.
This is true!
So
Bye.
you are probably going to wind up getting either 2 or 3 points most sessions for just raw character points. And Ash, you spend them much like you did during CareGen, but now that skill point cap that I put on you at CareGen no longer exists.
Mwahahaha.
Yeah. I also want to point out, now that everybody knows tasks for the ship, if there are specific chips you want me to get to increase skills for specific skill tasks, let me know.
I mean,
Well,
if you're
want
the
to play
pilot-
games with Nerd.
I
You
mean,
need
if
to
you're the-
learn all the children's games.
Oh,
If you're the
100%.
If you're the
I will-
pilot, you need a pilot thing.
Yeah, but I'm also like, if you need anything else that you want me to slot into, I can do literally anything. And yes, I will take an 8-slot chip for games, if that's okay, Nick.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, my creators never let me play games. This is much more fun.
Yep.
I just know in the future we're gonna accidentally teach this child how to gamble.
Yes, you absolutely will. I have no doubt in my mind about this.
Yeah, we are going to end up both teaching heroism, but also
Debauchery.
gambling, alcohol, etc.
I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure I can't get drunk. I can
Good
pretend
for
to be
you.
drunk.
Yep.
If we need money, I can just go in the gambling machine.
Mm.
I'll get it.
Yep.
Wait. No, wait. I need to think for a second if this goes against my morals or not. I don't think it does.
I like how that took a second of wait, what's he do? Oh no.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Maybe I'll make the gambling machine run away.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option. Nerd does not have a job. Nerd has hijinks in which he does to earn money.
I've told you. Do you want to know my disadvantages that are social? Because I'll just tell them to you.
If you want them shared with the class, you may do this. Otherwise, you can just say find out in game. Both are acceptable.
No, these are just the social ones. The other ones will be a
Okay.
little quiet on. I'm gullible, clueless, curious, and oblivious.
Yeah, that fits.
This is going to
Slow
go
clap,
great
baby.
for
Slow
the
clap.
team as a whole.
Look,
Actually, Ziggy, just to double check, since your character is an alien that's kind of weird. Yours,
Uh-huh.
your character has like full rights as a person and things like that, and is not like hated on sight for being like a member of an evil empire or anything like that.
No. The only repulsion to me is purely physical.
Okay, cool.
I'm property.
Yep.
Damn, people just really went with concepts, didn't they? Just true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna go sci-fi, go all the way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, fair.
I mean,
I say playing a goddamn cowboy.
I'm pretty literally someone's escape property, so.
Mm-hmm.
But
sure
you have thoughts and feelings. It's okay. This is allowed.
I mean, look, this just raises the ethics problems in Star Wars, like, right away, you know?
Yeah, there you
we're
go.
just gonna go straight into the question Solo posed that we didn't know it would pose.
And then never dealt with again.
Uh-huh.
Like, look, in Star Wars, occasionally you run across something that poses the question about droid rights and things like that, and then immediately it will steer away from this and it will never come up again. And it happens every now and then with various media. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say they have to tackle it one day, but I know they don't. They never will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, the question of whether there will be also the important question of how much time do we have / how many weird bullets will I create, because clearly the thing that was most important for my character was caster gun.
Yes.
I mean, if I can respond to that in public, Ash. I mean, Nerd goes anywhere he wants on the ship. I'm pretty sure no one can stop me from getting anywhere I want to go.
Oh no, that's very fair. That's very fair. I want to very quickly establish captain's quarters open for everybody. There's a bunch of bullshit for everybody in there of just.
I mean, I don't
nonsense.
Sleep, so I
Excellent.
don't sleep. So I'll probably be literally playing in there at night while you're trying to sleep.
You know, fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I ever pretend to sleep, I make myself a little sleepy cap and make loud snoring noises because that's how I think it works.
Oh my god. You're going with such a different character from last time, and our dynamic is very different.
This character is completely a reaction to basically playing for 3 games in a row, like just the most like broody characters I think I've ever played.
Yep.
You played Batman.
Well, because Tropius was broody.
Tropius was also broody. It was a different type of one. For Avatar, you were the angsty teen.
But that went in a very negative direction for that character. And then
because you had very good reasons for why.
But Boogeyman, so Avatar was the character that started in a better place and ended in a worse one. Boogeyman started in a bad place and ended in a better one.
Yes, because the rest of us refused to allow you to sacrifice yourself.
Martyrdom. So after getting all that out of my system, I'm like, no, I need to go back to like something a little more lighthearted. Like I don't want to brood that hard again.
That's so fair. I made the decision of wouldn't it be funny if I played human with gun again, and then I kept on that.
I just wanted to be like, I want to be a little wacky silly guy and do wacky silly guy.
I want to be a little guy. I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little bean, and I turn into a little bean. That's not true. I'm not that little. I have to actually obey the laws of conservation of mass.
That's sad.
I can slightly break them, but not by a huge amount.
You more break weird things with volume and density.
Yeah, like I compress.
Yep. Honestly, this was mostly I wanted him to do this so that if anyone has to carry him around.
No, I understand entirely that don't break a game. It's just a bit.
Yep.
Also,
it does
would
mean he
anyone
can turn into a giant balloon and float away because of how volume works.
Whee!
He's just a little guy. Why are you
Just a
shooting
little
at
guy.
him?
Also, no, you're all too big for that. I could probably hide Izzy inside me though if I needed to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can't quite go into space yet, by the way. Sorry about that. Radiation's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
That is more you can't stay in space for an extended period of time.
Oh yeah, I can go in space for short periods of time, but very short.
Everybody can go into space for a short period of time. It's just extremely short.
Yeah, so but like to share a little about my character, I have the morph trait, so I sat down and made a giant list of things that I can do with morph. And there's a lot on there that's most of it's not combat related, a lot of it's very utility. Like I can't really do most of the stuff in combat, but I can do a lot of utility stuff out of combat.
Yep.
I think
It's gonna be fun.
Izzy and I competed for utility off, though I think Sean, you're in that game now too.
Yep.
Who wins
Also,
who wins the utility race?
well,
Mhm.
look, I'm going to be giving myself. I will be doing things with that, and I will also be like going. I'm annoyed that more of you don't use guns, so I can't give more of you. Here is a here is a thing to deal with you getting fucked up by something.
I mean,
Mhm.
Or moreover for you to fuck things up with.
I think
I
I can
can't give
turn,
you stuff to protect.
Nick, I think I can turn into a gun, right?
You can turn into a gun, but your ammo is going to come out of your HP.
Oh, that's terrible.
What
Though if I
use-
give
Unless you
What's
load
the
bullets
bullet?
into you.
yeah,
That will still probably hurt you because that is an explosion inside of your body.
worth it.
Yep.
I'm not saying I should do this. I have no skill in guns. I could not fire me well.
But it is true, you could form up a gun.
It's gonna be like Megatron, just and just cannon that someone has.
Yep.
Actually, that could be useful if we ever needed extra range.
Yeah. I'm now just thinking of Wonder Twin powers activate form of a gun.
Well, I suppose as long as I had like a schematic, I could turn into like a weapon that could be used like that, right?
Yep.
Is that reasonable within my power set?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think I would need a schematic for something, but I think
Mhm.
once I had it, I could do it. Also, man, I want to go watch Outlaw Star again.
Outlaw Star's real good.
Outlaw Star is real good. Casters were rad. That show was rad.
Yes.
that was probably one of the I would not say it is like the best one, but it is definitely a show went for with like the theme of like what would be rad and is very 90s in ways, like not in the like everything is extreme, everything is radical, but it is definitely a one of like let's make a space setting. What would be cool in this space setting? That is very much that time and kind of great
Yeah.
for it.
We got magic. Do you want to cast it? No, I'm gonna put it in a gun and shoot it at you.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it's
So
also the
baby,
thing of
let's
just
go.
like we will also then have to go and find the ancient mages in their different areas and get them to make us bullets.
I do not understand why these people stop making these weapons. Like casters are super cool.
Oh, like the caster guns are very powerful, and the spellcasters we meet in setting are either guys in the middle of nowhere that have nothing going on, or the like enemy evil mages, which are just a case of fuck. How do we deal with this? The fact that like most of the setting went, yeah, nah, not worth it, is just one of the things of, but why? Though I guess like since you also have the samurai who can deflect bullets and the people that turn into giant cat monsters, there was a certain point where it's just like, okay, whatever.
I mean, my biggest guess is the bullets are just too hard to make. and just became impractical at a certain point.
I mean, like, they have an entire episode. They have the thing of at the start of the series of needing to start where they will occasionally find the bullets, and then near the end of the series, he had to go and find the various mages who could actually make bullets, so he can get his gun like actually loaded.
The ones who can
Three
make
bullets.
the
You got
really
three
good
bullets.
bullets, like the ones
True.
you've never seen, like the super spells.
Yeah,
But
he had 3 bullets. Which I think
no,
was
He
four.
got,
No,
like,
he had
3
4
bullets.
bullets. 4. He had 4. He had 2 of it, 1 of them. I remember that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got a couple of really good bullets, and it took a lot to get them.
Yeah.
A whole hot spring episode.
Also, Sean, to answer your question, I need one of the things I need to requisition tonight from the captain is various robot bodies, because having the ship fly around after you guys, and I'm assuming taking over the captain's horse is frowned upon. So I would also be asking the captain if finding new bodies is acceptable. And I don't know if he still
Sorry.
has.
What was the last thing you said because you cut out?
Yeah, you sound underwater.
Hold on a minute.
Sorry.
No problem. I switched back over to my computer. I would be requesting the use of requisitioning bodies. So robot bodies that don't have an AI currently installed in them to use over the course of, months that were leading up to before the entire crew is assembled. You probably got tired of the ship hovering behind you and trying to follow you into Marts, and then you very much looked down on me taking over Buttercup to follow you into the center of town. So I would be like, okay, are these acceptable bodies to requisition? And I would just send you a laundry list.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to tell you, most of your requests, unless they're insane specifically to my breed of insanity, are going to just get approved.
Would also, Captain, what form of body do you wish for me to have? And it would be small bodies that are very much not utility, but they allow me to move around and pick up stuff. House spots, which allow me to help clean the area and are somewhat mobile. Humanoid bodies. A giant mule, which is not what it is what it sounds like, but it's not. It's wheeled. Where I can be the cargo horse. And
Partner, what do you want? What body do you want to be in?
I have no preferences, Captain. What do you need me for? I will happily fill these roles.
I imagine literally every time there's a question, this is just a chain loop that we get in for 20 minutes until we reach the decision.
Yes.
Yep.
The answer will probably usually be just get them all. Acceptable, Captain.
Get them all! Figure out which one you like best.
Yeah, and since we're doing...
Are you just going to fund our broke lifestyles?
Perhaps.
Well, in fairness, I am pulling this out of my wealth, which I'm just going to be assuming is a portion of the captain's wealth. That is not actually being deducted from Ash.
Let's go with that.
I am okay with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I'm flat broke, so you got to feed me or I'm going to start eating things in town.
Don't worry, partner, we got
your
you.
monthly, this is where your monthly maintenance comes in.
Mm-hmm.
What determine some of us might end up having pretty low of that.
That is your status. Your status determines what it is.
Oh.
And you can get advantages to reduce this payment, but...
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me how much I owe at the end of each month.
I might poke
Lex,
up related
I believe
to that.
you bought status -2, and so you think it's $100.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
I might poke related to this later just to help determine.
Is that a lot?
No. Status 2 is $100 is nothing in this setting. We're going to be getting thousands of dollars usually.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to I don't need money, so I'll give it to Captain.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, most of my cost for the month is going into batteries and power cells. Because I don't want to be the Game Boy game that runs out of its memory battery. Because that's a thing I built into my character.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I think I'm like entirely self-sufficient, other than like needing to consume things.
Yep.
I'm gonna go raid the kitchen now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll be able to help you with that. Yeah, I am the kitchen.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically, like, when I get hungry, just follow you around and eat whatever drops off you.
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you in the mood for?
I don't know. A rock?
I will. Can I? You know, I don't think I can actually turn into a rock.
You know, I can summon a rock. What type of rock?
I can give you rock candy.
Oh, I've never had that.
I will slough off a tumor that becomes rock candy.
I devour
The
it.
fact that you can make rock candy but not other rocks, can you generate salt?
I probably could generate salt. It has to be a bioorganic compound.
I glow slightly like the rock candy, and little crystals pop up on me as I like hum happily.
Baby.
Amazing.
Yep.
The crystals are still silver. It's always silver.
Always silver.
Amazing.
That's I've got the Plastic Man syndrome. I can do anything, but the color never changes.
Fantastic.
That's actually a penalty built into it.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Listen, it's important to tell which ones you at a glance.
Yeah.
It is both a penalty and a perk.
I mean, I can look like any of you too if you'd like.
No.
This will be a fun game.
Yep.
Very different dynamic for this group this time around.
Oh, 100%. It really is yes-anding.
Yep. It's gonna be so good. Also, I finally finished the Space Combat Rules Quick Reference doc that is 7 pages long.
Jesus
Yay.
Christ.
I'm going to assume
I'm scared.
I'm going to assume you will help streamline this as much as you can, Nick.
This is the reason why, if you go and look, there are links to the different things that you may or may not care about.
Also, I linked a bunch of bodies for the requisition. Which one are you approving all of these, Captain, or are you rejecting any one or multiple of them?
I'm gonna approve all of them.
Have you looked at them? They're in general.
I have looked at them.
I'm shocked the sex bot was approved.
I
Nick,
want to know what the sex bot's for.
I want you to know the captain glanced at me and just kept going. Glanced, went.
Oh. Also, Captain, is there any specific bullets that you'd like to requisition before we go on our next mission?
Is there a type you're hankering for?
Well, look, I can make ones that shut down the power of whatever's around what they do, that summon fire.
Like an EMT type?
Yeah, could make one like that, could make ones that kind of explode.
Exclamation. EMP. Bad.
I know, buddy, I know.
But it would be
How
what
about
should
being not good? Is that like electrical? Because when things go electrical, my mind goes fluzz and then I melt.
Well, this would actually just kill the power in the area of where the bullet strikes.
Very bad.
Affy, explosions? You said explosions.
Oh, yeah, I can also do explosions. I can do a bunch of different effects.
What kind of gun do we need for shooting these bullets out of character?
Shooting what bullet? Oh, Sean's bullets.
So the ones that I'm going to be making by default are for a Magnum pistol, since that is what both Affy and the Captain carry. However, can make them for other calibers.
I will requisition a gun that uses them so that you don't have to make more if you want more people using your bullets.
Oh yeah, like if I can make ones that are all the same caliber of rounds so they can be handed out to the maximum number of party members without having to worry, that's easy. That's easier. So if it's a 15 millimeter CLP,
Send me the link to the page for that gun, and I will add it to my sheet, assuming the captain allows me to have it.
I will allow you to have a gun, of course.
Hey, is there equivalent of like space TV in setting?
Yes.
There has to be.
There is absolutely. So here's the thing. What I'm doing to make the Western theme feel right is there is space TV, but the thing is, FTL, you have not gotten FTL comms, which is the reason why, like, you fly ships to deliver packages, and, like, there's space TV that, like, someone has to go and bring new tapes or new computers to your star system that then get broadcast.
I probably
That's very cool.
I probably spend a lot of time watching space TV.
Yep.
Good.
But yeah, Wex, the giant cheat sheet is mostly, you basically care about engineering and damage control and do not give a shit about any of the other phases.
Okay.
And that's sort of how this is meant to be, is like, each of you, with the exception of Izzy, who could care about all the phases, probably only care about one phase.
Mm.
Maybe two.
And again, if you guys want me to take care of all those, as many phases as possible, I will happily buy chips for those. I am only limited by money. And how many chips you can stuff into my input. FYI.
He has one big input and one small input.
Mm-hmm.
Should I start shoving pieces of metal into the inputs?
Probably not the best idea.
Error.
No.
Error, please.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, input has been damaged. Repairs requested.
Oh.
Sorry, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nerd.
As repairs have been requested, the ship just starts corkscrewing in gravity.
I fix it.
Ship starts corkscrewing in the other direction.
Oh.
I will also say, for you guys, one bit of advantage you have is you do have a ship that has definitively better power generation and engines than most of the ships you will fight.
So we are maneuverable, we have a good gun, and that's what we got.
Yes. Yep. You there's an important rule in GURPS, which is that you can take at most your HP in damage from one hit. This is also true of vehicles if, for instance, you tried shooting yourself. This is mostly that on an average roll, you guys are going to do 50 damage, armor pen 5, so you will do close to your full HP in damage if you shot yourselves.
That's fun.
What are most ship HP wise and armor wise?
It depends entirely on how big they are.
Okay. Would it blow up a ship? Would it destroy a ship our size?
So it would not destroy it in one shot, but like you would destroy the section hit in one shot. So like if you did your scanners and found, hey, here's where, their engine room is. Let's disable their engine room by blowing it up.
Well, that's probably how we've been able to get all these pirates, because we have an EMP gun.
Yes.
So we can just be like, here's the engine, disable it, you're done.
Yep.
Yep. And if that doesn't work, we leave fast.
We immediately leave.
Pretty much.
Do we have a tow cable? We should have a tow cable.
Harpoon and tow cable.
But you do. You grapple the enemy ship and just start firing your engine towards where you want to go.
Yeah, we do have the grapple. Yeah, or the clamp, rather.
Yep.
We're gonna try to get an arm at some point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Money for it.
To a robotic arm as soon as you can.
We're just gonna go full Outlaw Star on this, right?
Oh boy.
Best plan.
Best plan.
Yup. And also, depending on what happens, you guys might wind up recruiting NPCs to take on some of these other tasks that, you have a crew size of 12 on your ship.
So I'm reminded, does anyone here listen to some of the Dimension 20 stuff?
Oh yes.
Have you listened to Starstruck at all?
Oh yes.
No.
Yeah, I've seen through all that. Yeah.
I haven't finished Starstruck, but they do some funny things on that I'm reminded of, such as have a work share cooperative live on their ship.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That is a thing. Yes.
What's a good decision?
Yeah, I mean they just do work share, work from home stuff and just pay rent.
Yep, that's how they make their disposable income.
Yep, it's pretty funny.
Basically selling out their cargo hold like a WeWork.
They also might have taken a effectively a member of royalty on an alien planet and tricked him into being their chef.
Well,
yep.
Yeah.
And then sold out his services and then turned their ship into a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
That's about as far as I got. I just got to the Gravar worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah, I need to start listening.
I only recently started listening to them, and I decided to start with Never Stop Blowing Up.
I'm almost done with the first episode of that.
It is. Never Stop Blowing Up is an interesting one.
My favorite so far has been Mentopolis.
Mentopolis is fun.
I really like Mentopolis.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
I do plan to work through all of them eventually, except for Fantasy High, because at a certain point, playing catch up is just less feasible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. It's Fantasy High is probably. It's the one that you either do first or last.
Yeah.
But that said, each season of Fantasy High is completely disconnected. Like you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
It has a continuous plot, but you don't need to.
I think each season,
each season of Fantasy High, it has a specific end. Every season is the same characters, but it's a self-contained plot. So you don't have to. You can go back to it if you want to.
They do a really good job of that in general. I like their follow-up better. I like the Unsleeping City quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Unsleeping City is pretty good.
Gave me a real itch for urban fantasy.
Yeah. The first season is very good. Second season's okay, but first season was very good.
First season was very good of Unsleeping City.
Yeah. I like Escape from the Blood Keep. It's a fun one.
I've heard mixed with Escape.
I like it, but that's just me. I mean, it depends entirely on how much you enjoy a few good-natured ribbing of Lord of the Rings.
Crown of Candy did not catch my attention very well. I tried a couple episodes and it just was not doing it for me.
Yeah, Crown of Candy is basically just it's effectively just Game of Thrones. So
yep,
just everyone is candy.
Ash, the requisition list has appeared to you in the in-chat thing, by the way. If you want to see what's going.
I like how you're just going to indulge Izzy's worst habits immediately off the bat.
I don't want people to not like me. That's that.
I think this is going to work great with the fact that we have a couple members of the party that count as property, a couple of members of the party that are just going to follow whatever orders they're given, and a couple members of party that are just around for the ride.
Mm-hmm. Some of those cross over with each other.
Some of them do.
A little bit.
There's some Venn diagrams going on there.
You've got a lot of Venn diagrams.
I don't know. I guess I know I'm property. I don't know if I care. I just like the captain. He gives me toys.
Mm-hmm.
They winning?
Yep. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. All right.
Crap, I didn't capitalize that.
Oh no! We're gonna have to take you out back and shoot you.
With the gun.
No.
Take the gun. Take the Magnum pistol. Use
the shot. Take the shot.
Oh god.
Oh, right.
Yep.
I need to also list how many batteries I need.
You made a very complicated character.
He always does.
He always
That's
does.
not true.
It's usually true.
Mm-hmm.
For my two case studies, it is true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there was nothing complicated about Mr. Conductor.
His stats.
You
I
literally
mean,
you made the most
Sentinels-
you made the most complicated character you could in Sentinels.
Yeah.
A system that is known for being simple, and you picked the most complex route.
Yeah, I was probably the second most complicated in that one. Because I was trying to get minions, and minions had problems.
Once again, I was person with gun.
Yep.
Once upon a time, I was girl with gun. Now I am a guy with gun. How times have changed.
Sometimes things just need shooting.
Yep.
Truly.
Last time, my being magic was secret for all of like 2 or 3 sessions.
We were the magicest party ever.
Oh yes, no, we were the most magic party ever. That was one of the things of when it gets revealed for my character of just like, okay, yeah, whatever, this doesn't matter. I was expecting more members of the party to not be magic, and then everyone was magic. The fact that it was necromancy that I was doing, I think, was a little bit of a surprise, but
It was fun that was magic. I've never played like a magic superhero game. That was great.
yeah, it was a magic heavy superhero game with surprisingly
Set in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ziggy, did you listen to any of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
My favorite thing was the.
I'm sorry. I just noticed the last thing Izzy wrote down.
Oh no.
In what chat?
Yeah, no, we're not
Wait,
doing
what?
that.
Which
We're
chat?
not
Why
doing
do you keep editing it? I approved it. You have to do the other ones separate.
Yep.
Yeah, after the
my
captain has approved, you have to do a separate one.
Yep.
I think you added that last one in when we weren't paying attention.
Yes, he
no.
very much did.
Approval was already given.
My apology. Explanation. My apologies, Captain. The necessity list for the ship seemed to be growing. I will strive to inform you of every requisition.
Can we even
Captain, new requisition has come in. AA power cell. Do you approve it? Captain, new
Cowboy
requisition.
emoji.
A power cell.
Thumbs
Do you
up.
approve it? Captain, B power cell. Do you approve it?
You can make an itemized list, you know.
Yeah.
Captain said every time something is added to the list needs to be
Only
Look,
you
should
can make a list
checkbox.
and then it can be approved, and then you can, if there's something that wasn't on the approved list at the time of approval, you then do a new submission form. It's not that complicated.
updating preferences.
So who's right? I'm confused.
When in doubt, always listen to the captain.
Okay,
Yes.
Captain's
Always
right.
listen to captain. Captain is right.
Yep.
Captain cannot be wrong.
Okay, Captain can't be wrong. Got it.
I'm going to the saloon.
Yep.
I'll mix you some drinks.
You have that skill?
Thanks, Willa.
I can make anything out of my body.
I'm gonna go play the arcade machine.
I'm literally just gonna. I'm gonna stick a hole in my chest and root beer pours out.
Yes! You understood the assignment.
So while Nerd is playing in the arcade games, I'm going to take over the game, and even though he's not winning any money, the lights and sounds are going to constantly be sounding every time he pulls to make it seem like he's winning.
I am exceptionally happy.
That's the goal.
Yep.
I now believe I am a great game player.
Yay.
That's exactly what the casinos want you to think.
Well,
Oh, no.
He's a kid. You go easy on your kid brother, so he can meet the harsh truths of reality when he goes to the arcade and somebody practices their infinite combo on them.
I don't know how old I am.
That is fair.
Does age matter to something like me? I don't know.
You're at least a month old, so we're going to default to a month.
I think I'm older than that. I don't really remember. I think I existed before I could think.
Oh boy.
Yep. You guys sure are. doing things.
We sure are a group.
We sure are.
We sure have a saloon.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the important thing.
I
Oh, yeah.
love
That's the
the
important part.
no med bay, only saloon.
It's the choice I would make.
I'm
Look,
both.
magic.
I'm both.
I
Yep.
feel like
Magic.
the person
I
in
have
the most
magic healing.
the person in the most danger here is Ash for needing the med bay.
And I would, in character, set up a saloon first.
Should I even bother with the medical chip, Nick?
It could be good redundancy if you want like
Yeah.
3.
Oh, no. It's a good redundancy. Would the cap? Well, I guess the captain would approve it because not gonna actually look at my list.
Uh-huh. But it's a good redundancy in case, like, Ziggy and Sean get knocked out.
Yeah, because then we need someone.
Yeah, like if Ziggy, if both of our characters go down, then there's the slight problem of like, okay, fuck, how do we get people back up?
Well, healers down, out of mana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only other
Oh,
person
I
I
should
can
prep some charms that have the response of if this person goes unconscious.
the only person I can heal is you, Izzy.
I don't think you can heal the stuff I'm in. I don't think you can heal me.
Okay, yeah,
Can
you
I?
heal your body.
Can I
Yeah.
heal you?
I don't.
Not Izzy. Wex.
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
That's part of the universal like
Sorry
part of
about
the-
that. I don't know why Discord kind of disconnected for me.
Because our internet is shit.
that's part of the Ziggy, the universal consumption. I
Gotcha.
believe that should work on me, right, Nick?
I have to double check what Ziggy's sheet says, but I have to double check what Ziggy's sheet says.
Let's see. Because I do have the hold on. I do have the stipulation anything alive, so I don't know what alive counts in this.
So he would not be able to heal
context.
you of HP, but he would be able to provide you with sustenance so that you heal naturally, Wex.
Okay. All right, so I do not count as alive for these purposes.
No.
Yeah.
It also means
Which
you're
is-
immune to spells that target living creatures.
Yeah.
Which is
I will say I'm very hard to hurt.
Yep.
So that is I don't take a lot of damage. I think I might be the tankiest person in the crew.
yeah.
You
I have the most flexibility, I think, but the most I need downtime to prep.
Yep.
Hmm.
You're playing a wizard. Congratulations, Sean.
Yep.
Like I said, I have good flexibility in the field, but not in combat.
Mhm.
My job is to use my pistol, and that's
Like-
it.
Mhm.
Also, Nick, let me know how many times I get to roll for making stuff in downtime, because like I can build up what the arsenal the party is going with in advance that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I am assuming you do not want to spend the first 10 minutes of every session with me going, here's the new bullets I made, Nick.
Sean, use the quick and dirty ones for that.
I will.
Oh,
It's
by the way-
still going to be lots of rolls.
So I'm also very
what I'd say
very
is
stealth.
use those. Make the worst roll.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm also very stealthy and can cling to ceilings.
Yeah.
Baby.
I have a body that can do that.
And I mean,
I
the
can-
big one for your limit, Sean, is much more how many charms can you hold total, which I believe is your thaumaturgy skill plus your magery.
Yeah, Izzy, I can literally slip between a crack like big enough, so small nothing else could get in it.
Mm-hmm. No. You are better at that than I am.
But we can go on stealth missions together.
You have to pick which do you want me to look like: the scorpion, the mini vulture, the rattlesnake, or the cactus with wheels.
The vulture, then I can fly.
The most
Caw-caw.
important goal.
I will say I love the little robot who's wearing a tie.
Yeah.
Easily the best robot.
Fancy Rob is a good robot.
That will be my
Yep.
that will be my default for the ship. It will either be that one or it will be the Roomba with an arm on it.
I
Cool.
All right. I think we are probably about done for tonight then, guys.
Yeah, I mean we must have been faffing about and having some roleplay fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I suppose we will have to figure out like long-term scheduling is the last question. Right now, Weeks to Crumb's like I probably can only run every other week. Do we want to just do every other Wednesday? So like October 2nd is session 1 potentially.
That works
Okay,
for me.
October
That's
2nd is the one Wednesday I can't do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have open house. That is an immovable date in my schedule. I am sorry.
All right. If we
Okay.
can start on the 16th, then we still get 3 sessions before the holidays happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Wednesdays will be good for me long term. It depends on if I end up doing the TAing position again. But I'm also debating because I have to be at my computer. If I can just, split attention, probably not to the degree I did tonight, where I can just, be on that on Zoom and just be on here in headphones, so I can just do both things.
I mean, Wednesday seems like the day to do. Like,
Yeah,
most
it's,
part.
Yeah.
it's the best. It's the best day I have. Yeah.
like, yeah, so, 'cause Sunday, Monday, Ziggy, you, me, and Sean are at the same place for that.
I'm not
Usually,
running
yeah.
anything on the weekend. I absolutely
And
refuse.
Ash also actually
Alright.
has a different game on Monday, so a lot of
Yeah,
us are busy Monday.
And Tuesday is now a locked off day for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And only
Stuff
if
can shift
required
from
with DLC.
Yep. Stuff can shift from Thursday for me, but it would be annoying. So yeah, sounds like we have a plan. And I will be able to find several fun maps. But I think right now we will say good night to the recording.
Good night,
Good night, Internet.
Good
night,
night,
recording.
Internet. And we're gonna starting the voyages of the good ship Moonshine.
Hey, I told you, I didn't look at the rulebook. I looked at perhaps potential names for the ships. I was ready.
On our quest to find the cosmic liquor.
I need to go watch more Starstruck now.
Moonshine, a space western odyssey.
Also, by the way, Ziggy, best character in that season. Hello, my name is Ken
Skip.
Nakamori.
Yep.